So let's move into management, operation and maintenance. You know, what can be done in the day-to-day to improve HVAC performance, costs, life cycles, and all those that side of things. You know, what's to be had in that place? Clearly something that's well maintained and well managed, you're going to reduce tenant complaints. I'm sure we've all got experience in that. Something's improved, something's replaced, it's running better. You don't get the phone call, you don't get the grief. You've got better internal conditions. The thing doesn't break down, your lives are easier. Obviously there's a legal compliance aspect around maintenance and operation that drives the thing. And I made the point last week that in some ways that's the tail that quite often wags the dog in so much as a lot of maintenance that happens around HVAC. A lot of maintenance that happens around HVAC is simply attendance. Yes, I turned up, I ticked the box, so therefore you can sign your form at the end of the year for essential safety measures. It needs to be much more than that, as we discussed last year. It's about, as I pointed out before, retaining star ratings. Now, there'll be people in the room who will have properties where that's a really, really important thing. There'll be people in the room where it may not be so important. But if you don't maintain plant properly and things do go awry, you certainly can lose half a star very, very easily. It's interesting to look at the neighbours thing. We bandied terms around and what have you. A neighbours rating, looking at it from a risk perspective, a neighbours rating is really quite simply put your energy consumption divided by the area of your building. It gives you an energy intensity as such. It's a cumulative annual target. It's a budget, if you like. And so you get to the end of the year, you've got to meet a target or better it. If something goes wrong down here in April and the maintenance contractor has left the chiller on all weekend and your energy consumption for April goes through the roof, your cumulative, all of a sudden you're starting to run above the line. Unless you can get this back below the line, you're going to exceed your target. Neighbours work in half-star increments. You exceed your target by 1 kilowatt hour, you've blown half a star. In some buildings, it wouldn't matter. In other buildings, you've got rent rebates, you've got a whole range of issues. Maintenance is really central to that risk management approach that you need to take around retaining star ratings. You know, back to management, operations and maintenance. So a better approach to all of that, a whole cost approach to all that, should also reduce your overall costs. As I pointed out before, older buildings cost more to maintain because you have more repair costs and you have more replacement costs. Something that's maintained relatively well overall will be a less cost thing when you add it all up. What's to be had in the maintenance side, in the management side of things?